Hello, this is Drake, and I'm going to talk about the play Good Kids. Some things that really stood out to me was like the intensity at times during the play and the overall like repetitiveness that the characters said. There was numerous times throughout the play where they repeated the same line or a very slight differentiation of it numerous times, and that really showed that they wanted to get their point across of whatever it was they were trying to prove at the time. Some of the general themes of the play was number one, definitely alcohol. That's kind of what the whole play was based off of, I guess, and how alcohol's involvement affects people and all that. There's just a big central thing that many of the parts of the play built off of. Another theme was friendship and trust, and kind of those kind of go hand in hand for this, and how Chloe expected her friend to like take care of her at the party and all that, but that's not really what happened. All the characters were pretty much friends. They were good kids, and you just don't really ever get the whole friendship, like true friend aspect of it, because there was definitely some underlying factors that made you feel otherwise of how maybe distrustful their friendships were like that, and just kind of they didn't really know each other, I guess, when things happened in the play. And then another big theme is definitely social media. That's I think the whole big point that the author was trying to make, and how like nowadays like phones are more than just a phone for calling. You have internet, you have photos. You can do pretty much anything on a phone nowadays. And the other big point was she was trying to make to like that once you put something on like social media or the internet, like it's out there forever. Like it's nearly impossible to get rid of no matter how hard you try. So it's basically just trying to get the message that you got to be careful what you put online. So the other thing on how it was like different from Intimate Apparel was the fact that in Good Kids there's a lot of repetition of the lines. We didn't really see that at all in Intimate Apparel, and that definitely was much more prominent in this play and definitely had its full effect go into play. And another big thing was narrator interjections with Deirdre, how she was kind of in control of like the play and the story and when events and how events occurred. She had pretty much full range over that in deciding what happened and when. And then this was kind of another difference was rewinding, and how Deirdre would rewind things and play through different scenarios and all that. And that was not in Intimate Apparel at all. So lastly, relating to the three R's, and how this kind of relates like cultural things of gender and sexuality. It's pretty typical. Like you have your jocks, you have the like the pretty girls, the soccer players, and all that. It's pretty high schoolish in what you'd expect of like the different cliques and all that. Kind of even sexist in a way when they're talking about the characters, and how like the boys will be boys and all that. It's pretty stereotypical. And lastly, it's pretty straightforward. What you would expect of most kids at the time in what the play was trying to portray. So lastly, my two questions are: one, if you were Chloe's friend, would you have gone after her as soon as she left the party? And two, would you have called the cops if you were Skylar? Thanks.